it has to be said that Birmingham hasn't just produced the likes of Charlene lately. It has also, and she comes from Newtown, of course. Aston has also produced some special stuff, and the Aston Performing Arts Academy crew are here with us this morning to share the fact that we're celebrating 10 years in the business. Yes, in the studio I've got Tru and Pell, as well as Young Lyric and Jada, who are part of the Academy. Morning, guys.
Morning. What up?
Thank you for joining us. So, I feel like we've got a little synergy here. It's been 10 years of us being on air here on the Financial Style.
Congratulations.
Thank you, but bigger congratulations to you guys. 10 years in the business. So tell us a little bit about the history of the Performing Arts Academy.
Yes. Oh, thanks. So Aston Performing Arts Academy really came about to, I guess, connect the arts to the community 10 years ago. Initially, it was just kind of like a music academy where people would come and have one-to-one tuition in music. Then as the years went on, the academy started to develop, and then we started to kind of make ensembles out of the academy, so choirs, orchestras and bands. And then it just kept moving on. We kept recruiting at a rapid pace. Our name kept getting out there and people kept wanting to join us, and we kept, we was working with some absolutely phenomenal talent within the city. And as to say, the rest is history. Here we are today celebrating 10 years.
Yes.
So what does the organisation look like now in terms of, because I know you've got lots of youngsters that follow you, but I mean, what sort of numbers are we talking about in terms of influence?
Wow, so currently we have around 350 people in our books registered with us, and I guess we have around 120 who attend our weekly sessions. So every week we work with around 120 young people. So you could imagine the Conservatoire, which is the place where we rehearse, is just constantly buzzing and everybody's singing and dancing and acting, and you look around and there's just lots of vibes and fun, which is something that we love.
Now, to run an organisation like this, though, takes commitment, takes your time and commitment. So tell me about that, and what sort of inspires you as individuals to really get involved.
I think it's for us three in particular, as directors, myself, Tru and Ange, we all have day jobs. So Tru's an event manager by trade, Ange does a lot of accountancy work, and myself, I'm a teacher. So we already have significant jobs that take a lot of time. Absolutely. But for us, this is our passion. Working with young people and seeing how their lives transform is our passion, and it's that keeps us going from day to day, week to week, and something that we can't dream of taking away from our young people, because for me, I know I'm ticking on a little bit, we're getting on a bit,
aren't we?
And these young people keep me young, they keep me fresh, they keep me active, and it's look funny face, but yeah, they keep me young and fresh, and I'm just
Well, that and cocoa butter, but we all we all use the cocoa butter. I like it. So we do have some youngsters here in the studio as you talk about the impact that it has on young people. Jada, you're part of the academy. Tell me about what you do and how and what it means to you to be part of it.
I think that being a part of Aston Performing Arts Academy means a lot to me, and I've been a part of the group organisation since September, like 3 years ago. So I've been there for quite a while, and it's developed me a lot as a person, like performance-wise, professionalism, and like it is really good.
So what sorts of things do you do?
Well, when I first joined, I did quite a lot of gigs that weren't as corporate as what I do now, but as I transitioned and moved on, we do a lot of corporate events, and yeah.
No, it sounds really good. And we have a young man in the studio who's got a fantastic name, Lyric. Love that. Lyric, tell us a little bit about why you like being part of the academy and what you do as part of it.
It's because I like the shows that we do, and it's sick. And
do you dance and sing as part of the academy?
Sometimes we dance, but mainly we sing.
Brilliant. And so you and Jada are sort of part of a wider group. Thank you. I think his name is so apt for the talent that is out there. So coming back to yourselves, Tru and Pell, I mean, you talked a little bit about the legacy of this organisation. What would you like to see for the next 10 years?
I have this vision all the time. I like to see kind of national domination. I like to not just have a Aston Performing Arts Academy. I want a academy in London, I want an academy in Leeds, I want an academy, and I want to be able to tour what we do, tour some of our shows. I want to be able to affect as much young people's life through arts as possible, which is why this, I guess, campaign is so relevant and so apt. You know, the campaign is hashtag Art Matters, and we really want to push that. We really want people to understand that art is not just something to merely entertain, but it can transform lives. And Jada and Lyric and all of the other young people who we work with are prime examples of that.
Fantastic. And Pearl, tell me, something that was touched on even by Jada, and you mentioned it a little yourself, but as a teacher, how do you see the importance of the work that you're doing with these guys in terms of professionalism and preparing them for the world?
I think, and Tru touched upon it, our campaign, Art Matters. For me, it matters a lot. And I see firsthand just what it does for our young people. I think it's so important. And when you think of schools now, and when I'm in school, like I'm in school now at the moment, and art or creative subjects are the first subjects to be dismissed. They're seen as insignificant, and for me it's a crying shame, because there are some children in my class that I know without art they will fail. They will fail without that passion and without that drive of art. So I personally, I think it's immensely important to our young people, because, and I say it all the time, it transforms lives. Absolutely.
And not even just that, in terms of just kind of professionally as well. I guess with our arts organisation, what we like to do is train them up for the world and not just in their craft. So when you do come with us, if you do decide to come with us, you need to sign a code of conduct. You need to adhere to certain things, small things like be careful what you put on social media, because that can impact your future life if you wanted to get a job. When we take them out on corporate gigs, I mean, we do the most fantastic corporate gigs with the most senior leaders in the city. We need to make sure that our young people are representing and not conforming to the stereotype of young people from Aston. So we have to go above and beyond to try and ensure that that doesn't happen. So in terms of professionalism, I mean, for example, we opened Grand Central last year. The second day, one of our young people went into Grand Central and went for a job, and the person who hired him was like, I remember you from yesterday, I don't even have to interview you, you've got the job. And he's still working at Grand Central this day. And to me, that's phenomenal, that we've helped enable somebody to get a job through this organisation. So it's huge. It's not just art, it's everything.
As you say, hashtag Art Matters.
Yes.
So you've got a performance tonight. I know everybody's geared up for that. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect this evening.
Wow. An evening with it's one of my favourite events for the campaign. An evening with APAA. It's usually when our audience see us, we're normally high energetic, we're colourful, and it's usually just performance. But I guess for this evening, we're stripping everything back, and it is just going to be ourselves and the audience are going to have a chance to really ask those involved in APAA questions similar to what we're doing now, but more so about them personally, and try and get to know a bit about them a little bit more in depth, rather than just the performance. There's so much to APAA, there is so much to the organisation that I don't think people actually realise, and a lot of it is from people's generosity, hard work. What we do is self-funded, we're self-sustained, and everybody within the academy contributes, whether it's our tutors, whether it's the directors, whether it's the music mentors, whether it's the DMs, whether it's EOS, we all contribute to help this, and we'll contribute to help this running, and it's the generosity of each individual, and I think that the audience really needs to get to see that. So with that said, we're going to have really acoustic performances. We're going to give the audience a glimpse of what EOS are like, what the juniors are like, what our academy choirs like, and they're just going to literally just find out a little bit more about Aston Performing Arts Academy.
Fantastic. I believe that where's it being held? As a
Birmingham
reminder.
Conservatoire.
Lovely. So at the Birmingham Conservatoire this evening, it is a free event, so you can get yourself down there. Listen, I've got to say thank you so much, Truchio Powell, for coming in. Jada
Thank you
and
so
Lyric.
much. Thank you.
Yes, such a pleasure to meet you guys. And what do they say in showbiz? Break a leg for later.
Showbiz, darling, showbiz.
Absolutely. When we come back, we'll be exploring stages in life.